Welcome to the Healthy Metal Hippie podcast, where art and wellness collide. I'm your host, Ashley, and I am so excited to connect with you today. Now, let's jump into today's episode, ready to rock and with an open heart. Me happy. Well, hi and welcome back. Today we are here with Connor Stansfield. He is actually one incredible hairstylist. We met about 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah, I think our first interaction was when you came into the salon. I literally just trimmed your fringe, and we were just inseparable ever since.
It's true. And you know what? I was thinking about that actually while I was getting ready, is how just the second that we met, you have just become such an important part of my life, not just because of you, I get compliments on my hair all the time, but just because you've become such an amazing friend and a confidant, a mentor, and I'm just really excited to have you here today and talk all things hair, all things creativity, being a business owner, and just being a badass.
Yes, I'll take that. Yeah, I'm so excited to be here. So thank you for having me on, and I can't wait to get into it.
Me too. So, Connor, we met at quite a well-known salon here in London, at Not Another Salon, and you were with them, for as long as I was with you there, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so I was there for 5 years in the end, which is just crazy because I'm originally from Manchester. So people always used to say to me, oh, you'll be in London one day and like you'll be in a great salon one day. And I was like, I'm kind of not into the whole London thing. Like I'm not that crazy about it. And then when the opportunity came up, I was just like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go for it. And I just jumped at it and just went for it. So yeah, I was there for 5 years. I worked my way up quite a lot in 5 years. I started as an assistant, which is, like helping the stylists and making sure the clients are looked after and answering the phone when you need to and making the drinks and cleaning and all that stuff. And then it didn't take very long until I kind of do like a retraining program. So I kind of like did some extra training with them and built my way up, and I was a stylist again within like 4 months of working there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That seems very, very fast.
It was really fast. I mean, they said generally it takes about like 12 months. So yeah.
Oh, you've been a hairstylist since you were about 18, younger?
Yeah, 18. I mean, I've been in the hair world since I was 14. So that's like 13 years now, which is crazy.
So how did you start so young?
So it's so funny because when I was like a toddler or like a little kid, my mum always tells me that I was either playing with someone's hair or I was kicking a football. Two very, very different things. And so she knew it was going to be either one or the other. And then all of a sudden the hair just kind of took over. I think my mum said I was about 18 months old and I started just like playing with people's hair and stuff. And like, that's when I started to take an interest. Yeah, I was so young, like so little, like a baby, literally a baby. Yeah, which is very sweet.
And then so like when you were a teen, then did you start working just like on your friend's hair, or did you get like a little salon?
So so when I was a teenager, when I was 14, which is like the legal working age here, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 15, but okay, we won't tell anybody.
No, let's just say it's 14 for now.
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
14.
So my mum's best friend was going to a great salon which was just outside of Manchester, and she basically went in one day and said, "Hey, I've got my best friend's son who is so interested in hair and would be so dedicated to it. Is there any kind of jobs going, like a Saturday job and just like working for a few hours and cleaning up and making the teas and washing hair and all the very basic stuff, like doing no hair at all."
Right.
And once I started working there, they actually got me in. I think after about a year of me working there, they actually started inviting me to the training night so I could start doing like bits of stuff. And I would just take my mum. I would go with my mum. I cut my mum's hair. I'd color my mum's hair. Very basic. Colouring and cutting. And then, it kind of just snowballed from there. I used to take friends from school over there on the training nights. So yeah, it was young actually. Now that I think about it, it's
Yeah.
it gave me a really great head start before I then did an apprenticeship with the same salon when I was 16 once I'd left school.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really love because it sounds like your mom has always been like your biggest cheerleader.
Oh my God. So my mum has always been so amazing because it must be a bit of a weird feeling to have a son that is like so into like such feminine things and hair and like Barbies and dolls and all that stuff. But she's always supported me. Like she bought me my first like mannequin doll's head. They're called Girls Worlds. I don't know if you heard of them. No, it's like it's might have been a British like toy, but it's basically like a hairdressing mannequin head that's got like fake hair on it, and it comes with like all the clips and the bobbles and the accessories and stuff. And she got me one of those when I was probably about 5, maybe even younger. I'm not sure. And then and then when I started my job, she used to drive me like 35, 40 minutes over to the salon because it wasn't too close to home.
Right.
And yeah, she was a big, big, big support, and I couldn't have had a better start without the help of her. So yeah, so she's definitely my biggest cheerleader.
Moms are the best. Well,
Mums are the best.
and you know my mom too, because
Yay!
when she comes to visit from Canada, then she comes to see you to get all cute.
Yes, I love
And
seeing your mom. I love seeing your mom and doing her hair and looking after her.
the secret thing right now, and this is the shout out to mom, is Mummy has a broken foot.
Oh my God.
And so we'll make sure that when she's better, then she comes over and she can come see you.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Well, I'm sending loving and healing prayers towards her. The poor thing.
Yeah, it's been rough, but you know what? I guess it's the same sort of thing. My mom's always been my biggest cheerleader, and she just is always like, yeah, supports me in everything that I want to do and everything that I try to do. And I always hope that I can be like half as good of a mom as she
Uh,
is because
you
she's
already
just
are. You're a great mum. I also cut your son's hair, so I
yeah.
see you both together.
You see the whole family, really.
Exactly. It's a family affair. It's great.
It is. Oh my gosh, it makes me so happy.
Yeah.
You think, I don't know, hair though, it's so personal, right? And I think the first time that I wound up at Not Another, I had actually got my hair done at some salon and they didn't understand how I wanted to cut my bangs. And she made, and you know me, okay? And if you're watching this on video, she kind of went like this and it was something else. And I had all these job interviews lined up and I just like cried for days straight until it was actually my hairdresser in Canada that suggested that I go there because she was following the salon. And, it's funny to have somebody listen to you and understand like the look that you have, the look that you're going for, and how much it makes up part of your personality. It's not just your like physical aesthetic, but it's like hair. Maybe it's because I'm a Leo, but like hair is kind of your powerhouse moment, right? It's a big part of
Absolutely.
who you are.
It is such a big part, and I think there's a lot of people that think it's just hair, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
If that's all it means to someone, then that is absolutely fine. But to a lot of people, you actually learn through working behind the chair that it is so much more. It's kind of about bringing what is like on the inside to the outside, and I think pairing that with someone who knows you or can understand you and actually listens to you, it makes such a good pairing.
Yes.
Percent. Because like you said, there are a lot of hairdressers out there that, it might not match your aesthetic or might not even listen. And that's the most important thing you can do. I mean, outside of hairdressing as well, all we want to be is heard, right?
Yes, that is so. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably like the most accurate statement. You want to be seen, you want to be heard, and not, it doesn't have to be like in a look at me kind of way, but it's just being like seen for who you are as a person and the value that you bring. Because I mean, everybody brings value to the table, right? And well, okay, there's a couple people that don't, right? But like I'm just talking general public. We're all good people. We all have something to bring to the table.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's just amazing. I think that's part of what makes a great stylist, though, is how you connect to your clients and help them just realize what they want in their hair and how they want to show themselves to the world.
Definitely. I mean, sometimes it can take a few appointments to really understand someone and really see where they want to go. And, you get to understand their personality, you get to understand their lifestyle, their aesthetic, just generally what they want. So, sometimes it can take a second, but I think if you're someone who is willing to listen and willing to let the other person speak and let them be heard and not just bombard them with what I think or what the other person thinks.
Yeah.
I think that's where great relationships can form. And then it means that you have then total trust in me, right?
I would let you do anything. If you were like, Ash, we're going to do a surprise day, I'd be like, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I have my certain limits.
Yes.
And and you would never cross those lines.
No, but you're definitely 100% getting braver with your hair. Like when I first met you, it was all long, all black.
Mm-hmm.
You had your fringe, but that was it, and that's great. But like as we've gone through where are we now? 2025, 5 years or 4 years, you have got so
Lockdown
much.
year.
I know, yeah. You have got so much more like confident with your hair, and a bit more daring, I guess.
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
planning something daring
we're
too.
planning something daring, so you all have to come and see it.
Exactly. I'm very excited. It's going to be cute. That'll be like in a month and a half ish from now. But it's no, it's amazing. I think I guess that's another thing I often think about is like you have been with me for some of the most difficult years of my life and like also some of the best. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
Let's say
sure, for sure.
transformative years
Yeah.
in some ways. And I think many people feel that like their stylist becomes almost like a therapist. And you're like, oh God, you don't need
Yeah,
to
do you
tell
know
me.
what?
But
Dressers genuinely are like therapists because, like you said, I've seen you through some very difficult times and I've seen you through some great times, like you said. But I think what's really important, again, is that it's just having someone to just talk to and just, again, be heard.
mhm,
And I think that makes all the difference. And that just it's from my perspective, it's just really nice to get to know someone on a more personal level, as opposed to just kind of like on a hairdresser level. Because I think you become more yourself around someone when you know them more personally, as opposed to when you're trying to. I don't know if the right word is professional, but
just
when
do
you're
the
on that,
job.
yeah, when you're in like professional, do the job mode,
Yeah.
you kind of I put on this front where I'm like, right, let's be serious, let's do the work, and let's da 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 da. And I think that also can be seen from the client as well. So
Mm-hmm.
once you start to get to know someone more personally, you start to be more yourself, you and me.
Yeah,
And you go through all,
absolutely.
yeah, and it's so nice to know you on a personal level and be friends with you, for sure.
And your dog.
And the dog, yeah, she's literally like sat right against me somewhere, but she's sleeping.
Yeah. Do you find sometimes that you bear a lot of people's burdens? Like, do you take that energy sometimes, or does it weigh on your heart in some ways when you hear these things? Because I'm sure you've had a lot of people come with a lot of heavy stuff to you through the years.
Yeah, definitely a lot of heavy stuff. Do I take it on? I listen, but I'm very good at being able to kind of leave it at work.
That's
If that
good.
makes sense. I learned this trick from Sophia, my ex-boss, and it was kind of like you kind of have to create a doorway, and once you step through that doorway, you leave whatever's going on and whatever is getting you down. You have to leave it behind, and you have to put on your best front.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes there is exceptions to that, obviously. Sometimes it's, someone's dealing with something that's really traumatic, maybe something that is close to me, which resonates with me, which can sometimes linger on a little bit. But I'm very lucky with my group of friends and my partner and my family. Like, if there is anything kind of going on or anything I need to talk about, I've definitely got my therapists.
Yeah. No, it's really important though, because like, you know, again, okay, and I'm not dissing them, but it's not like seeing you is like going to the Turkish barber in the town square. They're good for some things, but they're not you, right? And you never build that rapport with them,
No.
And I just say that because, the local boys all go to the Turkish barbers and it shows. Okay. And so, but it's like you don't build a relationship with them. You're not going to go to them and sit down and burst into tears like I have several times in your chair. And, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Everybody.
I I agree. Like, a different kind of work, like barbershops, for example, is a lot of like one person in, get them done, get them out.
Mhm.
Whereas with me, I offer like a one-to-one service now, which is so much better. It's so much
Yes.
more relaxing. It means that I can truly focus my time on you or whoever's sat in my chair, and it means that I can, really connect with them and get to know them and like take on their problems and talk about it, because I actually love helping people if I can, or whether it's with hair or whether it's with a problem or whether it's with advice or whatever.
Yeah. And you do. I think that's kind of like, I don't know, it makes it such a unique profession and so unique in the services that you offer because you are giving, like, you're making people beautiful, making them feel beautiful,
Yeah,
and you're also like healing their hearts at the same time.
I hope so. I really hope so, because that's what I'm trying to do here. Good hair, good laughs, and
And good
help.
tea.
Good tea. What kind of tea?
You know, you know the kind of tea. But it's like, no, it's yeah, no, I'm talking about the actual tea that you make this time.
Yeah,
Because and that's the other bonus is Connor makes the best tea.
I will take it. I've heard that a couple of times actually now.
Mm,
And I just make it how I would like it, and everyone else seems to be happy with that. So
yeah. Yeah, I am. It's
I'm
like
so glad.
I don't know, it's just it is something really special and I think it shows too how much you do care about everything. I think even in some of my past professions, you end up getting that real closeness and connection. And I think it does make it a totally different kind of transaction, right? And it's so it does make it very special and it does make you stand out.
Yeah, that's what I always want to do. I always want to try and be stand out ish with what I offer, because the hair world is so saturated. There's hairdressers everywhere. You go to your local high street and there's like 10, 12 hairdressers down it, right?
Yeah.
I think what sets someone apart is being able to offer a bespoke service, being able to make someone feel comfortable whilst they're in your chair and listen. It all boils down to being listened to.
Yes, exactly. And see, even like when we cut these like little things on, I don't know what they're called, but these little things on the sides of my hair.
There's a word for the haircut, and now I can't remember what it's called.
But you know what I call it is like the 60s operator thing because it looks like the headpiece with the microphone that comes like, hello. That's why I like it. So,
Yeah,
um, but you understood, even though
yeah.
I speak in words like that when it comes to my hair with the
I love
thingies and the
that.
stuff. And can you
Yeah.
this? But
I feel like there is two completely different languages. There is the client language and then there is the hairdresser language, and somehow I managed to
your
get the client
translator,
language and the profession. And you just say, I want this, and like, you always say to me, I don't know if I'm explaining this properly or whatever. And I just kind of seem to understand. You're just like, I want this and I want it here somewhere. And I'm like, yeah, I've got you. Let's do it. Let's just go for it. But just going back to like you and how you've kind of like changed over the years since I've met you, transformed.
Mm.
Like you never would have done that 5 years ago.
No.
You never would have done that with, that wherever you were going before you first found not another or me or whoever it was. So it's, it just shows how much growth you've had as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. I feel like it's kind of been like a coming back to myself, but like a better version of who
Yes.
I was kind of supposed to be.
Yes, exactly.
Well, not, you know what I mean, not supposed to be, but who I wanted to be,
Yeah.
but a better version now. And so like it's getting there.
Yeah.
Time, progress.
Exactly. Exactly. And having good people around you.
Yes. And I think that's another, I mean, even like you're saying with having all your people around you, that's kind of like, it's a key of life really, is just to keep your own therapist, keep your good people close, and
Exactly.
we can let the shitty people go away.
Exactly. Exactly. And you've also seen me in some of my not great times.
Mm-hmm.
Like with like exes and breakups and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So as much as yes, I am there to make you look extra gorgeous, but also and be there for you. Like you're also there for me. Like in the hair world, there's kind of always been this like, you shouldn't like lay your problems onto your clients.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I was always trained a little bit. But the thing is, people want to know. Like
Mm-hmm.
my clients love to hear about what is going on with me, whether it's good or whether it's bad. And, so I can't thank you and everyone else enough that also listens to me.
Yeah.
It is a two-way thing. As much as they say hairdressers are therapists, the clients are definitely also my therapists sometimes.
Yeah. But I mean, and again, you want to be heard and seen too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's all we ever want in this life.
Yes.
To be
And
seen,
with
to be
great hair.
heard, and to have great hair and to have fun.
I'm all signed up for that.
Yes, definitely.
So you obviously are a color master and you do all the crazy colors and obviously, regular colors too. But oh my gosh, some of the things that you make with the crazy colors, which are just vibrant, vivid colors, purples, pinks, greens, blues, they're they're breathtaking. They're
Thank you.
like
Yeah, thank you.
all the creativity, where does it come from? And it's like, you could be some of them, sure, let's keep simple, like mermaid hair or rainbows, but some of them,
Yeah.
look like literal sunsets or I just, it's amazing. So do you come up with a lot of that or do your clients bring it to you? Or I love the creativity on all of it.
So I love this question because it really varies. Like sometimes it's me. I have a lot of clients that come in and just say, "Do what you want."
Right.
And my first question to that is always, "Well, what do you not want?" And there's always one thing, whether it's like, "I don't want it to be green," or "I don't want to cut it all off," or "I don't want to dye it brown," or whatever.
Yeah.
I take a lot of inspiration from other hairdressers. And that's where my main source of creativity comes. Inspiration comes from a lot of other hairdressers because there's some crazy talented people out there that do things that I never would think to do. And I'm sure it's the other way around as well. I might do something and they think, what the fuck, I would never do that.
And they're
So,
like, but now I would.
but yeah, exactly. So I'm not one of these hairdressers that generally takes inspiration from things around me. And I admire people that can do that. I don't necessarily. My friend Norman, and you obviously know Norman,
Mm.
he is my best friend and he's also a hairdresser. We met at our last salon and we now work together again, but we work freelance and separate. He gets some clients that bring in pictures of like spiders and like, who else? What's the movie Up, the Disney film?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it Kevin, the bird? I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
been a
this
long
big
time.
multicolored bird, and his client
Yes.
brought this picture and was like, "I want to look like Kevin from Up."
Oh my
And
God.
I would so be down for it if someone brought something in like that, but I don't. enjoy color, but I don't necessarily take inspiration from things like that around me. I
Right.
like to see inspiration from hair.
Yeah, I
It's not that I
understand that.
wouldn't, I just don't. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
No, but it's interesting though, because like, but you might see something like this and then take it something like this,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. It's never a dead copy, a hard copy.
Yeah.
It's always take inspiration and then put your own spin on it,
Yes.
or your
Yeah.
client's own spin on it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely. And I just, because it's clearly, I am just at a loss for words because I do see the things that you post about and I just like they're breathtaking.
Thank you so much. Thank you
It's,
so much.
it's
I,
like,
I really do put a lot of heart and soul and time and energy into everything that I do. So it's when I've finished the result, like, and I see it, and I'm like, oh my god, I just did that, and it's still crazy to me sometimes. Like, I've been doing this for a long time now, and
yeah,
it still blows my head off some of the things that I do. And it's not until it's dry and it's done where you really see what you've done, right? Because you put the
yeah,
color on when it's wet or whatever, and then it has to process, and then it's really once it's dry and once it's all styled, and you're like, holy shit,
it's
like,
true.
so good.
But I mean, even
It's
on
so
my hair, like, and I think let's be real and so, compared to some of the things that you do with hair, my hair is pretty like okay, pretty normal, but it's like, and I don't mean it normal, I just mean like it's pretty standard basic stuff. But when this purple stuff, which you can't see with all my other lights, but when that is first dried, it's like
yeah,
I've never seen anything so purple in my life.
yeah,
And it's like, and it's just such, it's like, it's the best feeling.
yeah. I love getting my hair done. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it. I don't make enough time to get my hair done, hence why I'm all brunette and it's all grown out. But I love getting my hair done. I love being a client, being in someone's chair, being looked after, just relaxing. It's so nice. It's
Yes.
such a treat.
It is. And I think that's another thing too is like hair is having it sitting down and having your hair done is such
Yeah.
a huge part of self-care. I think like you probably, I mean, we talk about this kind of every time that I come see you, but when I started seeing you, I had to rush to get home because I could not be away, otherwise I'd get into big trouble and blah blah blah. But so you'd always be like head massage and I'd be like, nah,
No.
because I didn't want
I
to.
gotta go.
Exactly, I gotta go. And since that situation changed, you've always been like having a head, not in an aggressive way, but you're having a head massage, damn it. And it just like it reminds me, it's like this is like 5 minutes that I am allowed to have, and it's part of just like that self care ritual, and you know making sure like you do have to do nice things for yourself because I think, you do nice things for everybody else. You
Yeah,
take care of
exactly.
so many things. You can have 5 minutes for somebody just to
Exactly,
take care
exactly.
of you.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the world is a great place, but it's also a crappy place sometimes. And I think it's a really nice time to just sit and just forget about everything that's going on and come on into this like safe space. Come and relax. Come and have all the snacks, all the biscuits, all the tea, whatever you want, and just taking your mind off the world and like the crappy things that go on around us sometimes. And yeah, that is a big part of self care.
Mhm.
It is a huge part of self care.
So when you get your hair done, does Norman do your hair now?
So he will, the next time I colour it, he will. I have had a few people from not another salon do it. That was the last time I had it bleached. Hence why it's so grown out.
But it still looks cool because it
I
looks
actually
like
really like
early
it.
2000s.
So someone told me that I reminded them of Justin Timberlake the other day, and I wasn't sure how to take it. But I was like,
Yeah,
'90s frosted tips. Is
but
that what you're
like,
saying?
yeah, I think so.
I was like, yes, I'll take that.
Yeah, yeah, don't, yeah, not
No. I
Yeah.
don't want to be looking like Justin Timberlake, but
No,
yeah,
no, but just that early 2000s kind of frosted tips aesthetic, which was like ultra hot. So
I'll take
whatever.
it with my
Yes.
like my tash and my like
Yes.
grown out.
No, but it's
It's
actually perfect.
I'm
Like,
actually loving it. I can't believe how much I am enjoying having brown hair.
it
Like
is.
my color is normally like pink. I
Yes.
had it pink for such a long time, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's amazing.
No, I do love it though. But this is the
Thank you.
thing. You're always like, gotta do my hair, my hair, my hair. And I'm like, but you always look really good.
Thank you so much. I will take that. I'll definitely take that. Yeah, I do so much hair around me, and it's always like I've got so much inspiration around me. Whether it's something I've done myself, something that Norman's doing across the salon, something that Rachel's doing across the salon owner, and people at Instagram and stuff like that. I'm like, wow, I really could do anything to my hair, but I'm really happy with it, so I'm just going to leave it alone.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm excited to see when you do get it done again.
We'll see. We'll see. You'll have to watch this space. We'll see. See
Yes.
what I end up doing.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, so you left, not another, you left the salon you were at, and you decided to go solo.
I know. The world's scariest thing to do. Well, you'll know it as well, right? Because you did the exact same thing.
I
You
mean, not in
left
hair, but
not in
yeah,
hair, but you left like a salaried job, a good salaried job, and took the leap of faith and did it.
it's
And look at us
scary.
now. It's so scary. Oh my God. I was thinking about leaving for a while, and I don't know if Sophia's going to see this or not, but I was thinking of leaving for a while, and the reason I didn't is because it is such a scary thing to think about setting up your own business. It's such an adult thing.
It
I've
is.
I feel like about 13 inside. So a
Yeah.
13-year-old opening a business is
And
just
like wearing
crazy.
like the dad suit kind of deal, like,
Yeah,
hi,
like
mister.
briefcase.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I finally decided to take the leap, I just it's like jumping off into complete darkness. You've got no idea what's coming. You don't know if you're going to land or not, or you don't know if you're just going to go into water and just plummet.
Yeah.
But it has honestly been the best thing that I could have done for myself, for my mental health, for my work-life balance. There's so much that I've been able to do, and it's only been since
Yeah.
September. And I'm already like, I feel much more relaxed. Money's doing good, like financially, it's doing good. I still could be about 10% busier, but I'm just enjoying having my little bits of downtime to work on other stuff. I mean, being in this world now, we have to do our jobs, which is me behind the chair.
Yeah.
I'm also an educator, so I teach hairdressers. But I'm a content creator because that's how I get my clients, and that's how I get people to book my classes when I'm teaching. I also work as a brand ambassador for Crazy Color, so I got a lot of work to do, and then I open
Yeah.
my business on top of it.
Yeah.
So you know, there's a lot, but yeah, it's definitely been the best thing. So it's nice to have my bits of downtime so I can focus on all that other stuff as well
Hmm.
and not feel like I'm risking burnout
Yes.
because it's such a big thing and it is so easy to do. It's so easy to get there
Hmm.
because when you're self-employed, when you work for yourself, you're a freelancer. If you're not working, you're not earning, and
Yeah.
it can be so easy to get greedy, I guess, and be like, just work as much as possible just to get the money, get the money, get the money. But, your mental health will take the toll.
And I guess I don't know, sometimes even if it's about greed, I think it maybe this is a crazy idea, but I think sometimes it's about fear. About if
Maybe.
I need to do all this work because what if I don't have it in the future?
That's true. That's so true.
Or, I want to build this really big base and so I'm safe. It's about trying to build safety, but it almost comes from a place of fear.
Yes. Yeah, that's a really great way of looking at it. That's not something that I thought of, but yeah, 100%. I
Because
agree.
I would definitely say you are like the least greedy person that I
Yeah,
know.
maybe not necessarily like myself, but I've definitely seen people before who are building a business and it jumps quite quickly. They start to see the money and then they start to
They're like, ooh.
they're like, money, oh, I want more, I want more, I want more. And then all of a sudden they're like they've gone completely under the radar and they're not doing well.
Yeah,
So I guess that's what I meant by that.
that's the scary part too, right?
Exactly.
Like I'm sure you have experienced burnout. I have experienced burnout. And the thing I keep bringing up with like other people who have been guests on the podcast too that have gone through it, it's that reminder that burnout does not get healed by going on like a 2-week holiday.
No.
Burnout can take years to recover from, and it is like it's terrifying how there's a lot to getting through it. And so yeah, preventing it is probably easier than coming back from it.
Yeah, I do try and be preventative as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as possible. Even in December, which is the most crazy time
Mm.
for everyone, but for hairdressers, everyone wants their hair done before Christmas.
Yeah.
And you people say, are you free on this day? And I might not be like with my regular working hours, but I'll go, you know what? I'll stay late for you. It's December. I'm busy anyway. It's something that I've done before. But this time I was like, I'm really going to stick to my schedule. I'm really going to try and not like get extra clients in because December is like I'm so prone to burnout in December.
Yeah. And that's it. And especially like, yeah, you lead up to the holidays. I think, and you're right. I think many people feel that coming up to Christmas and whatever holiday, but it's like it, and again, it doesn't get better by just having like, oh good, I had Christmas Eve off, I had Christmas Day and Boxing Day, great.
I'm
That's
healed.
not recovery.
I'm completely
Oh
recovered. I'm completely healed.
yes, sunshine. You know what? And sometimes it is like you have a couple days off and you feel like I feel a lot better, but that's not like the total burnout that we're talking about here.
No,
The
that's
burnout
just,
is
yeah,
like deep rooted physical, psychological,
yeah,
emotional burnout.
yeah.
It's hell.
The problem with burnout as well is it can turn something that you love into something that you hate very quickly. I went through a phase probably it was maybe 6 years ago, so it was before I moved to London, and I was so busy, which was great. I was seeing all my clients and I was like making the money and like, making everyone look great and feel great. But I would go home and then I would do more work on top because I would then go home and do a friend's hair. And I would be up from like 7:30 in the morning till like 11:30 at night, just
Right.
pretty much traveling to work, doing the job, traveling home, doing more work. And I was just exhausted, completely exhausted. And it made me almost resent it.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think too, people maybe they have that idea like your friends, especially when you're starting out, like, well, you love doing hair, so just like sneak me in later, it'll be fine, right? And you're like, okay. But
Yeah.
it's like
My my
you can't do that. It's like if you had like a friend who was an accountant, they love doing accounting, you'd hire them as your accountant, but you wouldn't be like, you want to do that as a favor after your accounting day.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the thing that gets me is it's always like the words that are used are
Can you
can you
just
just, and I'm like, can you just is a 5 hour job.
Yeah.
Can you just bleach my hair and put a color on it and trim it and do the treatments and blow dry it and blah 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 blah. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
no
yeah,
problem.
no problem. Yeah,
Just
sure.
book a time,
It's
come
already,
in,
yeah,
pay me.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't really get too much of it anymore. Because now that I'm freelance and I have the space and I can do with it what I want, I
Yeah.
just will. If any friends message me and are like, "Can you do my hair?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. You can come to me. This is my price." Blah blah blah. And to be honest, 95% of them, yeah, 95% of them are like, "Yeah, cool." Some of them, I might be out of their budget, and that's totally cool. And again, they're just honest with me. But
Yeah.
95% of them are so happy to pay the price and support my new small business,
Yeah.
which is incredible.
Absolutely. And I think too, it's like you set up those boundaries, especially when you were facing burnout. And especially now that it's like it really is 100% down to you to like make sure you're earning and taking care of yourself.
Yeah,
It's perfect. And I think that people do actually respect it, but as long as you like put them in place, right?
100%.
But
You
boundaries,
can
they can
be
be hard to set.
They can be hard to say. I think you really have to think about your language and how you say it, because you can be a nice person and still tell someone to fuck off every now and then.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? So yeah, there's definitely ways that I do it. I'm not a very confrontational person, and I always find with setting boundaries, I've always found it not the easiest thing, but as I've got, slightly more experience, life and work,
Mhm.
I've kind of worked out how to set them and still be a nice person and try not to piss anyone off. So yeah, boundaries are very, very important, and I feel like I've set them well now.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Because it is. It's like, but that's the thing. If you can nail that when you are young about setting boundaries, taking care of yourself, and not being an asshole at the same time, you've got it made,
Yeah, I think
honestly.
I think I, I think I've got it.
And I think
I think
boundaries too are not about like being, you can still compromise and you can
exactly.
still, it
Yeah.
doesn't mean, well, I guess, like I said, it doesn't mean just being an asshole to people.
No, exactly. I
But
mean, yeah, I think boundaries as well are kind of set in my like policies, which might sound like a weird connection, but
yeah,
like I have a 15-minute late policy.
yeah,
I'm not going to turn you away if you're like 20 minutes late. You
right.
know, there's compromise within that.
Yes.
It's like, right, maybe we're 20 minutes late. I'm not going to be able to do exactly what you were booked in for, but let's get you as close as I possibly can, and then
Yeah.
we can book another appointment and get it
Yeah.
right
Or maybe you
then
can't
or
do a
whatever.
treatment, or
Exactly,
maybe you
exactly.
can't
So
do that crazy style you were thinking.
exactly. So my boundaries are there, but like I'm so willing to compromise.
Yeah. And I think, but that's what makes sense, right? And of course, there are things too that just in life you have to have a hard line about, right? We can keep it lateness if, just as an example, yeah, if somebody showed up an hour late to their 2.5 hour appointment,
Yeah,
we're going to have a problem then. I mean, I'm assuming I'm not the hair person here, but
yeah,
that could be like,
yeah, or yeah. There's always something that can be done, I guess. But yeah, sometimes it is just too late. I have an example. Oh my god. I had a client, and she was a really great client. This was back at Not Another, and she would come every 6 to 8 weeks, get her roots done. She was a high paying client, right?
right,
And she was great, but she didn't respect my boundaries. And this
okay,
one time, she turned up 45 minutes late and turned up with coffee in hand, lunch in hand, like been to the shop, and she's already 45 minutes late. And I'm like, I don't mind if you're like 5 minutes late because you had to grab lunch, but 45 minutes on someone whose hair takes me such a long time
yeah,
and it was a very careful process. And I had to turn her away. And I said, look, these are the policies that we have in place. I'm really sorry. I hate enforcing them. I don't like to turn people away. It's not something I do very often at
yeah,
all. And she hated me in that moment. She was so pissed off, and I was just. It was very hard for me to watch, because this is someone that I thought I had a good relationship with, and then all of a sudden it's like I've done something that is my boundary. I've set my boundary. I've respected my boundary and kept it, and you don't see that and you don't respect that. So that was a bit of a hard pill to swallow. But yeah,
but that too, it's also like the boundary in that sense too is also in place for her,
yeah,
so that you can actually do a good job on the hair.
exactly,
So it's
exactly.
like, yeah, it sucks. I mean, I'm the person who panics. Oh my god, I'm 5 minutes late. Please, I'm gonna be there in like a minute. They're like, calm down, you're fine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. But
Literally, do not stress. It is so chill. It's fine. Just get here safely, and that's all I care about. It's normally how it goes with you.
yes, I
Yeah,
know. Well, I mean, when I took my son in the other day, we were like, I went, oh no. And we were just like 2 minutes away running down the street.
it's fine.
But it was, but I mean, I hate being late, but I say that and I'm also sometimes like late.
Oh my god, I'm exactly the same. I hate being late, but most of the time we'll be late.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
mean,
I'm exactly the same.
I'm not late for work, not
No,
late for things like that, but um, you know, but it's like, oh, if I said I was going to meet you at 5:30, I'm probably going to be there like 5:40. Or I'm going to be there at like 4:45. Let's be real.
I do the other thing sometimes, and then I'm super early.
Yes, that's a
I can never just get it right. I'm just going to blame London transport.
yes, I like that.
It's not me. It's never me.
It's
It's never.
London
I'm never the
transport.
problem.
No,
I'm not the problem. No, I'm kidding.
it's the tubes.
It's the tube. Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny. No, but it is true. Like, and that's it. I met my friend the other day. I met her, and I got there about 40 minutes early, and I just stood outside talking to my mom on the phone for a bit because I was like, I'm really early. But then I went in about like 10 minutes later, so I was 30 minutes early, and she was already there. I was like, yes, okay, good. But I mean, I should have gone in then the 40 minutes early, but it was fine. I was still early.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly. It's
so,
perfect.
but also sometimes, like doing the podcast, I will message people, oops, I need 5 minutes.
Yeah.
This is life sometimes.
It's
So
live. It's very chill. Yeah. As long as you're not like extraordinarily late, then
no,
it's
no,
all
no,
good.
no. Or if there is something, I mean, then something big happened if I am that
Yeah,
late.
exactly.
So,
Exactly.
so tell us about your new salon and the future. I mean, first of all, I know when I came, I was so happy because it's covered in flowers on the outside.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
walk in, there's like glitter, there's featheries, there's beautiful pink and blue. It's like Taylor Swift's Lover album done into a salon. That's how I took it.
It
And it
literally
feels
is,
like
yeah.
cotton candy and like dreams, happy
Yeah.
dreams.
I love the salon. It is so great. My friend Rachel, who owns the salon, has put so much time and effort and really helped us settle in really well. And when I say us, I mean me and Norman.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I'm based in North London. I'm just going to plug myself here. So
please.
yeah, based in Highgate in North London, and the salon, like you said, it's literally a beautiful floral paradise. And you just walk in, and it is so warm and inviting and friendly. And yeah, we just have an absolute ball. It's funny, like when people come in, they're like, "Oh my god, I just love it in here," and I love it. And someone once described it as, "I imagine this is what you would see at the pearly gates when you go to heaven."
Yes, I could actually see that.
Yes,
Absolutely. But it's
and I was
like,
like, "Yeah, I completely agree.
it
Completely
just,
agree."
it feels so nice in there. It feels calm, but like
Yeah,
fresh and exciting.
yeah.
And like, yeah, you guys do a lot of different stuff in there too, right?
100%. So we've got me and Norman work very similarly.
Yeah.
We do a lot of scalp bleach, like all over vivid colors and things like that. We also do like natural stuff, so like highlights, balayage, and the rest of it. And then we've got Rachel, who solely focuses on balayage and keratin treatments. And so anytime she gets someone in who wants something vivid, she'll send them to me or to Norman.
Yeah.
And anyone that wants a keratin, I'm like, Rachel is your girl.
Yeah.
Go to Rachel. I don't. I've just never done it, so I just don't do it, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, so based in Highgate in North London, like what, like 5 minutes from the tube ish. It's great. Highgate is a beautiful area. I never realised. It's
Yeah.
stunning. Yeah,
Driving through the other day, I was like, wow,
yeah, it's
I
so
could live
beautiful.
here,
I could totally live there. That would be nice.
right?
Yeah.
One
Um,
day.
one day, exactly one day. I'm happy in South London for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do I say about the salon? It's just good vibes. We've got a fully stocked bar. We've got a karaoke machine if you get brave and you fancy a song. There's flowers everywhere. It's colourful. We've got big feathery chandeliers on the ceiling. Would you say they're like feathery
Yeah.
chandeliers?
Yeah,
I guess.
basically.
And they've got little birds hanging off them. Have you seen
Yes.
the new? You've seen the new
Yes.
ones, right? Yeah, they've got little birds hanging off them, and all the sky is painted in like very soft pinks and blues, and it's clouds on the ceiling. So it's like looking up into the sky.
It is.
It's beautiful. We've got glitter everywhere, glitter curtains. We've even got a glitter toilet seat.
Yes. And it makes me really happy. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
if you have to go, it's better it's glittery.
exactly.
Yes.
We wanted to make people smile everywhere that you walk through the salon. Basically,
Yes. And I think you do a really good job of that.
yeah. But yeah, it's great. I absolutely love it. And we also have a little salon puppy.
And
Well, she's mine, but she's like the salon's. But yeah, she's
Luna.
Luna. Yeah, she just had
She's
a fresh groom, so she's all
good.
fresh. Not that you can tell really, but she doesn't have Grinch feet anymore.
Aw.
Yeah,
She's the sweetest dog, and she stayed with us before, and she's just very lovey.
yeah,
And so as long as you like puppies and you like puppy cuddles,
yeah.
you're gonna
You
be in a
have to
good
be
place.
down for the. You have to be down for the puppy cuddles.
Yeah.
Unless you specifically say that you don't like dogs, then that's also fine.
Yes. Well, and I mean, she's not there every day, right?
No,
So, you know,
no.
you know.
Exactly.
But I think it is nice seeing her when when you go in.
I think dogs just make everything better.
Yes.
That's my opinion. I think dogs just make the world a better, happier place.
Yes, they do.
Because they just give you love. Like you don't have to think to a dog, where do I stand with you?
Exactly.
Like
They're like, I just love you.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
you.
She's even rested her head right on my leg right now. She's like, yeah, you know where you stand with a dog. If they don't like you, they bark at you from the distance, and you're like, I'm just going to keep away. But,
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's all love. They don't hate you. They're so happy to see you, even if you've left the room for 5 minutes.
I know. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
you came back?
You came back. I'm so happy that you came back.
Yes. That's amazing.
Yeah. So the salon is really great. I absolutely love it, and I'm going to plug myself again, if that's okay.
Yes.
If anyone is interested in hair transformations, or even if it's like something, just like a refresh, you can find me on Instagram at Connor Stansfield. That's COW.
Okay. Good. Well, and we're going to put all your links too.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
In the show notes, you've got also your little Amazon shop too, so you can shop all of Connor's favorite products, which I have been doing. Yeah, and where is there? Yeah, so Instagram primarily. I can't remember. Do you have a website set up now?
I don't have a website. No, okay. I just thought like when I was setting up and stuff, it was like an extra expense and stuff. Yeah. So I just haven't done it. Like my booking software kind of is my website. You can find me on Google if you Google me.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure if you Google Connor Hair London,
okay,
it will come up. But yeah, I don't have a website yet, but it is pending. It is something.
No, and that's amazing. And so the best ways to connect with you is via Instagram then.
Via Instagram. I've also, on my Instagram, I think I pinned it to the top. It says like new clients and how to book. Yes. So you can also look on that. I have an email address on there. If your preferred way of communicating is email, then that works for me. But yeah.
And yeah, everything you really need to know is all in your stories highlights at the top.
Yeah,
right?
I think so. Yeah. So everything is there, just one click away.
Nice and convenient.
It's nice and I've tried to make it as convenient.
Yes. No, and you definitely have. Well, Connor, thank you so much for being here with us today. I'm so excited for you and your hair journey, and I'm thankful that you're part of my life and how, our time together has evolved over the years.
Yeah.
It's just I'm just lucky to have you as part of my life.
Thank you so much. And I'm very lucky to have you, and you put in a lot of effort and time to come and see me. So Very appreciated. It doesn't go unnoticed.
You're worth it.
Thank you. I will take that.
Wow. Make sure you get in touch. Give Connor a follow. Go get your hair done because you won't be disappointed. And thank you again, Connor, for being here. We will talk to you soon.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Healthy Metal Hippie podcast. If you're looking for more, head to healthymetalhippie.com and let's connect. Until next time, wishing you a magical week. See you later.